Let me pull up my YouTube channel here so I can read y'all's comments. I apologize for the lack of content and all that stuff. Back to work this week full time. 50 hours in a row. So, if you're new to the channel, let you guys know I appreciate you joining in on the live stream. 50 hours. If you're not new to the channel, so you know the deal. We're going to talk a little bit about fishing. We're going to talk about baits for a little bit. And then tomorrow night, we're going to do it at 9 o'clock. So, audio sound good. I see the chat now. What's up, Chuck Capel, Sean Myers, Silas Ratliff. Looks like the same guys as always in here. I appreciate y'all joining in. And then tomorrow night, we're going to do it at 9 o'clock. Chat pop back up. So, audio sound good. My laptop battery was dead. Got home, went eat some Mexican food, all that. Come back. And I could barely even get into the guys as always in here. I appreciate y'all joining in. I had a lot of stuff going on. We're going to do it at 9 o'clock. Sound is great, awesome. I am not dipping on stream anymore. Matter of fact, I've had one dip today. I could barely echo now. I don't understand why there's an echo. Hold on, I bet I can fix that. I can fix the echo. Sound is great. We fixed the echo. Yeah, I do forget to fix the audio every now and then, or forget my code. So, what's up, Hella Bass? I'm sorry if you heard the echo. I actually had the YouTube video playing in the background. So, I don't know what's going on. I watch a lot of my stuff after I stream, and the YouTube playback is really low on my Xbox. Whereas on the cell phone and a computer, the audio level seems fine. So, I got to figure out what's going on there. So, I'm also probably going to get rid of this Yeti mic. So, if anyone needs a mic, holler at me. I'm going to probably upgrade to a little bit better quality microphone very soon. So, but anyway, it's been like a while, at least a week or so, and I've got some video content that'll be ready for first next week. And made a little tackle hunting video with Baitman Jr. So hopefully you guys will enjoy that. I have not forgot about the giveaways. Going to be a long show tomorrow night. We'll get them giveaways knocked out as well. So, yes, sir. Brent Anderson is definitely on them. Appreciate that, Chris McVeigh. I don't think you'll be disappointed at all. Kentucky Lake Bite is getting better. There's some fish moving out offshore today. All right, Chuck, I'll make you a good deal. Let me make sure I can get me a good quality mic ordered. When I'm ready to swap it out, I'll get you taken care of. I'm not sure why the YouTube replay is so low. That's something I got to figure out. It has to be something when YouTube compresses the video and audio and all that. It just does that. But, yeah, unfortunately, Evinrude they're not out of business. They're just not making motors right now. There's a big rumor that they've got plans to make an electric motor. So we'll see where that goes. But as of right now, Evinrude is no longer making motors, but they're still in business. And they actually signed a contract with Mercury. Now, Mercury doesn't own them or anything. It's kind of like, we'll work with you, and Evinrude's going to help produce Mercury motors. So, Storm Marashi for 99 cents. That's about what those baits are worth. I've never found an Marashi bait other than a flat size that I liked. Yep, they put $300,000 for the strain largemouth in Kentucky Lake, which sounds like a lot, but survival rate of 300,000 fingerlings, you're looking at maybe 10,000 surviving, or 10% of that, maybe more. But that's all in Tennessee. They did nothing on the Kentucky side, unfortunately. Scott Martin would just go to whoever's going to pay him the most. I think he'll be okay. To be honest with you, most of those pros really don't get upset when things like that happen because they can just go to different ways. What's up, Kirby Stevens? You fishing tomorrow, bud? Well, the good thing about the Evinrude G2s and stuff Uh, Evinrude is still going to cover all those warranties. So, yeah, Arashi popped, and I actually like the Arashi Glide, so I'll take that back. And that big Arashi walking bait, those. But as far as Arashi crankbaits, I never liked any of them but the flat side. So, I'm kind of a Yamaha man, but I do like Mercury. What's up, David Thomas? Did have a good weekend with the wife, Ken. And then she has worked her tail off all week. She wanted to go out and have a drink, eat some Mexican. So I said, you know what, I'll drive. Let's get Mama taken care of. So here we are. It's very true, Hellabass. That's something I was kind of thinking that there's so many brands out there, and you take away Evinrude, you really only got Yamaha, Mercury, a few Suzuki, Hondas sprinkled in there. Might not be as many guys, with motor deals. Who knows? And sometimes people have burned their bridges with some of these companies. So we've had Florida strain bass in Kentucky Lake since about 2006. And I've caught some here on the north end of Kentucky Lake, but here's the thing about what I've noticed. Number one, they don't relate to the deep ledges like the northern strains. Here anyway, they like to stay shallower for the most part, and they get pretty. They like cover. They do like brush piles and mid shallow brush, but they're a really good grass fish. They were any lake that's got grass, they really thrive in. We don't have any grass, but we do have some shallow cover. So. Yeah, so S-Waver and the Arashi are totally different baits. The Arashi sinks a little bit quicker than the S-Waver. It also doesn't have as wide as Glide, but it's got a different issue. I've been feeling good, man. Everything's good. So, hair is kind of growing back here. It's going to be back to normal here in a couple weeks. And I'm probably just going to buzz it back off. But, yo, if y'all didn't get a chance, did y'all... Sean, I was going to go tomorrow, so here's the deal. My wife cuts hair. I've got kids. I was going to go fish tomorrow, but I've got to watch the kids because our governor won't let my wife bring kids to work. And it's basically cosmetologist and the client. That's it. Can't have kids, family hanging up at the salons. It's just dandy Andy at its finest. So. Thanks, dude. I will learn to skip a jig soon. Dude, the speed wake, I told y'all that's the deal. It will not blow out. My thoughts on the Classic. It's going to be a good one. Texas Lake, pre-spawn. Should be some giants caught. Ray Roberts has got some giant bass. It's not going to be a numbers deal, but it could be a big weight deal. So, but yeah, check for you guys that were trying to get up on it. I got mine. I didn't get a whole lot. I didn't want to go through too much. Check out. There's that speed wake. That's the shad scales color, man. I really, really like this one right here, man. This one is nasty. It's weird that my color keeps changing so bad. I don't understand why it's doing that, but hopefully y'all can see the shad scales pretty well. Maybe it's too hot. I don't know. Let's turn this down a little bit. Let's turn that light down just a little bit. But yeah, shad scales. I love that color. So a lot of guys were saying, well, there's no bone. Well, they did add bone reactor. They added some new colors. I only got 3 because I'll be honest, that prototype color's fire. What's up, Chad Simmons? This other one. Yes, UPS did that to me, Chuck, believe it or not. I did not get the shad blood. That was on the site afterwards, but I did get the 4K gizzard because it's kind of got I really like that copper back. And you're going to say, well, it's a weight bait. It doesn't matter about copper. Well, if you put your rod tip in the water, you can get this thing to dive like a foot. But oh man, I like that too, man. This one's really, it's almost kind of got a hitch style. So if you're a California guy, you're gonna really like that. That's almost like a hitch color. They call it a gizzard, but no, this one is shad scales. It is not 4K shad. This is shad scales. My webcam is being silly, and I don't know why it's not showing the true colors like it should. Maybe I need to crank this thing up. Crank the light up. See how that works. Or is it going to be too bright? That's a little bit better. Yeah. Shad scales. And then 4K gizzard. Oh yeah, 4K gizzard's a lot better right there. Got those little scales, copper back on it. Now we're talking. Oh yeah. I need to trim my nails too. Don't judge me. Oh yeah, this is more of a wake bait, not like a 4x4 where it's a big jointed square bill. But it will come over cover really well. I've done tested that. But it's got a nice hard roll on it. You're just not going to burn out. So, let's see. Who I got winning on Eufaula coming up. I'm going to go with Clint Davis on that or Drew Benton. That will be my picks. Welcher's a good pick. Those are $13. Use my code Baitman. You'll get 10% on there. So that brings it down to like $12.60 or something like that. So, and then the other color I got, I had to get me a little purple. So I got me the old Raven Ghost. It is late stream, man. But tomorrow night we're going to start about 8 o'clock. I'm going to talk to Epic Eric, see if he's down to stream tomorrow night. I love that Raven Ghost. It's got a little purple, some clear, some flash in it. I like that. What's cool is you can see the internals here on this bait. And this one is silent. Whereas the non-silent one is not, where the shad scales, it's not clear. It's got rattles. So, there's two reasons for that. One, if you put a clear one out, guess what? The goobers, aka the Googans, will see exactly how it's made inside, and they'll probably copy it. Two, a lot of guys that throw a clear style wake bait, they don't want to rattle on it because you're fishing this in really clear water. You want to be as natural as possible. You don't want those fish to get a real good look. And a lot of guys don't want to rattle on it. So if you buy a clear one, it won't have that knocker in it. But if you buy one like this, you get a knocker in it. And dude, when you burn that thing hard, you can hear that really, really well. So already caught some flack from some Strike King guys on social media trying to tell me that all this was a wake shad. But I'm going to be really honest with you guys. You know how I am. Wake shad, right here. This is the speed wake. They do not look anything alike. Even better if I put a photo. This speed wake's actually a little bit smaller than the wake shad, but it's thicker. Totally different joint system. I don't know if you guys see that better. The lips even different. And man, the babes, they dropped them like 2 weeks ago, Chad. It'll be probably October for their back, unless they do something else. And the way I talked to Kyle, he said we're only going to do like 2 bait drops a year. But now on the catwalk, Spanish bone. So that's the top water prototype I've had. Now this is Spanish bone. I got this one in the mail because you got to have a bone top water. I don't think Hellabass. I don't think it's that. I think they don't want to be doing baits as a full-time job, and so they just want to do a couple bait drops a year. So, Lord knows if it was me, I'd be like Breaking Bad up in that thing. I'd be pouring baits all day. I really like this color because I didn't have a lot of other than spooks. Dude, a lot of tackle shops, they get empty shelves, but one cool thing, I don't know if you can see it on the video real well, but this catwalk, the bottom is not flat. It's got a keel bottom. That helps this bait walk really well. I like this color. This is Shad Burst, basically a chrome version. Oh, I like that. Going to be that right there on your Lake Murrays, your Hartwells, your places where those fish really want those chrome walking baits. It's got that big knocker in there. The best part about this, it's about a little bit bigger. It's about a Sammy 105-ish size, but 3 hooks, man. 3 hooks. Now these are EWGs, but they're really sticky. I know a lot of guys, even me, I'll traditionally like a round bend on my top water, but these are so sharp. And with 3 hooks, I don't think the round bend is going to matter too much because you're going to get a fish one way or another. Love that Shadburst color, man. It even looks good on the light here on the web, on the stream. And then I had to get it, dude. I think the Shad Scales is a really, really good pattern. It's one of my favorites from 6 Cents. Even if you took the scales off this thing, I just love the blackish blue back, the white belly, all that stuff. Crazy. I like the Shad Scales. So I just got me a few small things. I may grab some more. I don't know. But I have a feeling the 6 Cents website's going to be getting really froggy very soon. There's a hint. It's going to get really froggy. So, I've got such a mess in here. It's ridiculous right now. Yeah, it's almost like a smaller version of the Dogma, Chuck. But it's got a different walk. And then, guys, I dropped some coin. I had to get me some new kicks. And I found some Air Max, some purple in them. So I only buy shoes like once every 6 years. So I saw these and thought, man, what better than have a little chrome purple in my life? So we got some Air Max. Yes, that's true, Chuck. And it's all because of the Chinese, man. Hellabass, that was a Father's Day gift from my wife. An early one, because I hadn't bought any new shoes in like 6 years. Sob's Juice is an awesome color. I have seen the Teckle Duck Roker frog. Matter of fact, is this right here is what the Teckle Duck Roker is. This is the transporter frog, and basically the Duck Roker, you put a little ball thing on the back and did what it did. So and I'll be honest, the Duck Roker does not sound like a Vixen at all. Dude, I would like a provoke. That would be a nasty color. That's a good idea. So I'm trying to think if I got anything else new I want to show you guys. I might have received a few things from the Tackle Trap over in Boaz. Look here. Check out. Yeah, that's the new one. I'm excited. I think I'm going to save that, do a little unboxing tomorrow. Yeah, so Molek's got a new frog, and it's on Tackle Warehouse. And it looked really, really good. God dang. My son, Bait Jr. he's been coming in the bait room a lot. And he's been moving things around. So I've got to get this place cleaned up big time. I want to say I got some square bills or something, but I can't remember where they're at. Googans be wearing those shoes. I was wearing Nike Air Max before Googans even knew what Nike Air Max was. I can tell you that. I seriously have a pair of these Air Max like 95s somewhere that are so old, like you wouldn't know they're Air Max unless you gotta get right up on them. So, what do I think about favorite reels? Think about getting one. They're the same thing as an Enigma reel, the same thing as a Piscifun. They're just a mass-produced overseas reel. Now, that's saying that, I did hold one of the new favorite hex rods, and it's really nice. And I talked to Zach Burge about their new stuff, their signature angler series. They're really excited about that. Hey, thank you for that $15 Make You Holler, Ken. I do love the Tailwind Air Maxes. That's kind of my. I used to be big time into shoes, and I would buy literally like 3 or 4 pairs a year of Air Max, and I got to collect them. And to be honest with you, I would wear them like 2 months and then retire them, and I'd sell them on eBay. And a lot of times you can get half your money back on them. So, but I'll be honest, I'd rather have a favorite rod than a Guggen rod, just from what I know about everything. Mikey Jr. is a great topwater bait, amazing weight bait. You can burn it, you can creep it, it will crawl, cover really, really well. Yeah, so I ended up getting a couple more Shimano SLXs. So, most of what you'll see on this channel is going to be Daiwa or Shimano. Really trying to branch out a little bit, and I love Daiwa, but I had to buy my stuff because I'm not going to wait around for the Covoid. If I can get it, I'll get it. And I like Shimano too, so if I'm having to pay my own money, and I don't mind that, even though I'm poor as a joke, I just have to save up, then I'll buy what I want to. Man, I don't know who makes the longest lasting, but like I said, I've got some Air Maxes I still wear. They're 8, 9 years old, but man, once you blow the air pockets out, it sucks. Dude, Matthew's Switchback was a really, really good bow. It was one of the best-selling bows of all time. Was a Matthew Switchback. The Outback was really good, and I think the DXT sold really, really well. The new Matthews is sweet too. Jackal does make a good hard topwater, or they used to. If you can find the Jackal bow stick, buy them. I don't care what they are, just buy them. They're awesome. Yeah, so Shish Mono is like a Cast King, whatever. They're basically a cheap reel and trying to play off the Shimano name. Lucas, I do hunt, man. I used to actually film hunting shows for a living. I used to film a guy in Cadiz. I used to film Harold Knight, David Hale. And then I went and traveled the country with Joe Thomas for about a year and a half. And but I did hunt myself. I've only killed a few big deer, and I'm fine with that because I don't shoot everything that comes by. If it's not something that I want to eat and hang on my wall, I just don't shoot. If I just want to eat something, I shoot a doe. So I'm going to eat whether it's a 200-inch deer or a 130-inch deer, but I'm also going to let deer grow. So a little different than fishing, I'll set the hook on anything, but I'm not going to pull a bow back unless I'm eating it, and if it's got antlers, it's going to go on my wall, and I'm going to eat it. So I do like duck hunting. I don't go a whole lot, but your super chat's still hanging in here, Ken. It still shows up on my feed. Oh, I didn't know I could do that. Yep, Matthew's Adrenaline was a really good bow. I actually shot a Bowtech. I shot the General for a while, and I really liked that bow quite a bit. And then I shot a Guardian, which was very similar. General was a little bit faster. And then I like the feel of a Bowtech. At the time, they were a little heavier. Personally, I'm a Hoyt guy, but man, I like the Matthews as well. And Elite makes a really, really good bow. Yeah, Sean, it's again that you can look at the Enigma reel and the Favorite Solace. They're literally the same thing. So, dude, the Milliken series rod is a good rod. I'm gonna order one. So, what's happening with me and Epic Eric streaming? Well, last week, long story short, my wife wanted to hang out. I'd been working and everything. She's like, let's have one weekend before we both work and tired. And I said, that's fine. And then Sunday, I had to go back at work. I slept too much Sunday, so I didn't stream that afternoon. But me and Eric, we'll get back to going. There's nothing bad going there at all. It's just we got to get on the same page and everything. And Eric's down for it, man. I told him last Saturday night, I said, man, I just can't stream tonight. Tony said, dude, that's fine. I'm going to hang out with my wife too. So, hey, Old Toad, that's how it is, man. Some people don't like that, and I'm going to be honest with you. And I'm not trying to call anybody out or anything. I have some good friends over at Strike King, and always will. But there's some other people over at Strike King or whatnot, other brands that basically they don't see when I talk about, let's say for crankbaits, they don't see when I say, well, I believe a 10XD is the best deep crankbait ever made, ultra deep, and I throw a 6XD all the time. All they hear is, oh, he talked about 6 cents. He doesn't like Strike King. All he is pushes 6 cents. Well, yeah, I talk about 6 cents, but y'all know that, dude, if they're biting a 5XD, I'm going to tell you that's what they're biting. If they're biting a Crush 100X from 6 cents, that's what I'm going to tell you. Yes, I'm affiliated with 6 cents, and I love their baits and everything, but I'm not going to blow smoke up your tail. And it's crazy how many people seem to want to be like, oh, he's just a sellout for 6 cents. No, man. That's a great question. I haven't seen the new 13 reels, and as Chris Jones says, I'm excited to see, are they going to be junk like the old ones? The best reel 13 made was the Inception for $119. That was an excellent reel. That Concept Z, that was a giant flop. And I like the idea of it. It was a good feeling reel. It looked good. It palmed well. That reel it was too much marketing. If that reel, the Concept Z, was 120 or 149, dude, I think they'd sold piles of them. But at 229 or 199, it just, that bushing thing had been done by Shimano, and Daiwa had done it before. They didn't change anything. So, Kendall Arnhem, what's up, bud? What's my thoughts on the Evinrude deal? So, it's business, man, and if they're falling behind so far on the two-stroke stuff, then why not just cease production and try to keep. So a lot of people are missing this. They signed a deal with Mercury to help Mercury build motors. They were able to keep 650 people employed by doing that. So that was a really good move, because they could have shut down. We had unemployed people everywhere. And they signed that deal with Mercury. I have a feeling they're working on a new motor in the electric or four-stroke game to be a few years. But why keep losing money if you can do something to help people keep their jobs and make a little money and build some capital up? They didn't, Evinrude didn't go out of business. They just quit making motors. So, how am I affiliated with 6 cents? I don't know the best way to put it, because I don't use the word pro staff. Number one, I'm not a pro. I've heard other YouTubers call themselves pro fishermen, and I don't feel that's a true term. Maybe social media influencer, but I feel like that's also a bullshit thing, because social media influencers, they'll do anything for a dollar. I mean, I've turned down many companies that say, hey, if you'll feature our baits, we'll throw you $100 or $200. I'm like, yeah, I'm not going to tell people I'm fishing with a soft plastic turtle. It's not going to happen. I don't do that. But I don't know. I'm just a dude that likes their stuff, and I consider myself I don't want to say influencer, but maybe promoter ish. I would just say I'm just a 6 cents fisherman, man. I'm just a guy that fishes, and ambassador's a good term, but I would say I don't know. I'll figure out a good term for what I do. I'm just a 6 cents bait man. That's all it is. I'm the 6 cents bait guy. That's it. The bait evangelist. I like that. Boom, you'll catch one. Hit you in the forehead. Boom, you'll catch one. No, I'm not, man. So, you're a guy who likes baits that are great. Think provoke runs is, dude. Yeah. That's a. I mean, I'm just a tackle nut, and I've always liked 6 cent stuff. Once I started using it, and I have a good relationship with them, I would just say we just, that's it. Is my relationship. It's like I'm friends with Casey, and he takes care of me, and that's all I really need to say. And I like to bounce ideas. I'll fill up the bait designer. I talk to Milliken and all that stuff. And, with my experience in retail all these years and stuff, I like to, Casey or they'll call me up and say, hey, man, we're going to do some colors and soft plastics from your experience of which ones sell, which one don't. And I'll run that by them. So a lot of these colors in the prawns and stroker crawls, especially the shaky worms, they're like, all right, what sells on the Tennessee River? What doesn't? This is the audience we want to target. And, I exchange information for baits and all that stuff. And I don't have to get in a lot of details, but I think y'all know what's up. So, yes, Matt, the fish are moving a little bit farther out. It's getting pretty decent. Barkley's not been as good. I think those fish are really in a transition, but Kentucky Lake is up. It's in the bushes. There will be some shallow fishing. What's my favorite bait on the wall behind me? Man, I'll be honest. This wall, you can't see it, but this is the bait that really got me into swim bait fishing. This is the 6-inch Bass Tricks, the OG. That's anyone that knows me knows I love this bait. And I'm gonna have to get loaded up. I need a bunch of them. But man, old Jank Juice Flat 75. It's a bad dude. It's probably one of my favorite crankbaits. But owner ST41s, Sean, that would be really good. This bait right here, just to let you guys know, you guys been asking a lot. The Working Class Zero 7.5 Battle Shad. This will be up on their website, I believe, tomorrow night at 6 o'clock. And it's going to have the new Mike Gilbert's design, a head case, so you don't have to use a screw lock swim bait hook like a beast hook. I'm going to have that built in. But it's going to be $50 a piece. So, heads up. And it's 6 o'clock Pacific Standard Time. Crab ragoons. Man, I love crab ragoons. That's like my favorite. There's a lot of people that I know that's been starting to do some Ned rigging in current, man. That's actually the first way I ever fished that guy, and man, you can catch him, dude. The 6-inch swim baits aren't bad at all. I got some down here. I don't know if they're still going to make them or not, but Mr. Drake Toby, we're going to go fishing sometime, but get this daggum covoid stuff out of the way where I got someone to watch my kids. Make a lot, dang. more sense. So 119 people watching tonight. I appreciate everybody that's tuning in. You know what's really crazy is I've watched Smallmouth Crush and a few other stuff. The whole YouTube streaming thing is really down. Everybody's numbers are way down. Like Smallmouth Crush and I, we were streaming every night there in the first week or two of COVID, and we were getting 500-600 average. And I was getting 900 to 1,100 people watching, and then all of a sudden now it's dropped to like 120 to 200. And I think a lot of that's more people's gone back to work. There's not a lot of people hanging out on their computers and stuff like that. So yeah, 1,200 people in one night. It was unreal. So I don't know if I'll ever break that again. Mag time right now is a really good time, Matt, to throw a mag square bill, because you got a lot of fish in between. And especially here on this lake or Barkley, those fish are getting to that really shallow 6 to 8 foot transition. Really good deal. Yeah, bait store video, man. Thank you guys for all the love, man. That's all on Baitman Jr. It's got like 19,000 views, and the next one I'm going to put up, I'll have it coming up Monday night, because I'm going to stream tomorrow night. I may put it up Sunday. We'll do a little premiere. It's really good too. Found some discontinued baits. Baitman Jr. Is with me. Yeah, man, I appreciate all the loyal fans in here. Hopefully we get some more subs. We get some new people joining in the streams. But yeah, everybody's going back to work. It seems there's some people not. And I know this is the weirdest thing. Man, here's the deal, Matt. I think that would be really cool. But I don't like to steal people's other thunder. I like to do my own thing. I'm not the YouTuber that's going to copy other people to get clicks. And I'm just going to say it. And I'm glad he changed it. My boy Darian made him a little thumbnail the other day that said catching fish on a $600 swim bait, and he had a $50 bull shad in the thumbnail. And I didn't say nothing, you know what I mean? Because it's not, I like busting his nuts a little bit, and he changed it. So thank you, Darian, for changing your thumbnail. It's still pretty clickbaity, but I was about to text him like, dude, please don't. If you're going to put clickbait, at least put a gang craft or like a mother on there. Don't put a $50 bull shad. But I'm not, that's just not me. That's not going to be the stuff I'm going to post. You know what I mean? And that's cool. I understand it. You got to do some clickbait to get some views on YouTube. But I'm not going to do that. And that's nothing against Darren. He's actually pretty mild compared to some people I've seen. Holy cow, this boat almost killed us, and it's like 400 yards away. I mean, that kind of stuff. And the worst is when you got this big hype title, and there's like a minute of, and that's the Lunkers TV deal. Make a big hype title and only get like 1 minute. Dude, I would not buy the $1,000 Roman-made mother, but if I had a lot of money that I could just, wipe my ass with $100 bills, I probably would just say I got one. Dude, hell, I've been watching your channel, so I come in. So this is how I YouTube. If y'all guys want to hear this, is fine. If not, when I get in from work, I take a shower like a real American, and then I sit in my couch in my underwear. And a lot of times I wear my shoes in my underwear, so I feel better about myself. And then I watch YouTube, and I go to my subscriptions and go on there. And I'll watch everything from electronics to hella bass to, I even watch the Googans because I always want to know what's up. It's just, I actually watch John B. He's really not bad. I like his stuff pretty well. Marlon Bates, I watch that stuff. Marlon Bates made this awesome bluegill, jointed bluegill, and it took him like 2 months to do it. Holy smokes, that was awesome. I don't know banal fishing. Some of these guys clickbaiting. Like, I'm good if I get like 100 comments in a video. I feel like, wow, I got 187. They're getting like a cool. You know, I watched the video. I'm not gonna name the content creator. They only had 1,400 views, but they had 600 something comments, and I'm like, how in the world does this person get this many people to comment? Here I am, got this tackle store video. It's got like 15,000 views, and I'm like, well, I only got 180 comments. So what's going on? Why are those people? And I think a lot of it is the younger generation comments way more. So if you're really targeting that 25 to 14-year-old kid, you get a lot more comments. Whereas me, I'm kind of like, most of my followers are probably 27 to 50 years old. And just going by YouTube analytics, like less than 5% of my views are from under the ages of 21. So, hell yeah, the only way to be a YouTuber is watch buck ass naked. So, oh man, I'm not sure how late I'm going to stream. Probably to at least midnight. So probably the next 45 minutes. So do tactical basking is the deal. I like the negotiator. If I was going to buy a Roman made shady, I'd get the negotiator. I like it pretty well. It's kind of like the size of a 168 S-Waver. I did not call y'all old farts. Yeah, McVeigh, I do have a lot of guys in that 24 to 30-year-old range. So I do love Debo's fishing, man. I need to go watch his video he just uploaded. I got to get him on a stream, dude. I like Debo. He's just an everyday guy, loves to fish. He's a tackle nut like me. He knows a lot about the baits, man. I'm all about the baits. And, dude, I think he puts out good stuff. I really do. So you don't have to put a video together that's kid safe. You just have to mark if the video is targeting for kids or not. So, but I'll be honest, the one that bothers me is when you do a video, like I said, the one where the dude's drinking beer and driving the boat, and someone said, well, it's not illegal to do that. No, it's not illegal until you wreck and kill somebody. And then another one the other day was somebody was fishing in a kayak, no life vest. So, like, the number one rule of kayak fishing is wear a life vest. And I just don't think you need to promote going kayak fishing, whether it's in a pond or a lake, without wearing a life vest, you know. So I like Lojo fishing. He is definitely the king of fishing, the fishing challenge king, going to Walmart, stuff like that, Academy. And any interaction I've had with Lojo fishing, he's been a really nice guy, man. I think he's got a good personality. He's a former military guy. I don't think he's too clickbait outlandish, but that's kind of his niche. And I know people that know him, and all they've had to say is nice things. And he's left a couple comments on my channel. So hey, I'm cool with Lojo fishing. I like him pretty well. But going with Googans, you know what? It's a business. Why not? Now, he's obviously got more ties to them than I do. He's kind of in their age mold. I would not go to the Googans. Now, Darian might sell out, but I wouldn't. Dude, love Mikey Balls, man. He's OG. I think Mikey feels the same way I do on this. Fish Moment, yeah, I like Johnny. His stuff's really good, man. If you really like lake breakdowns and patterning fish and stuff like that, Johnny Schultz has a pretty good channel. I'm trying to think of some sneak. I mean, obviously Hella Bass. I like stuff like Cole and Jay, where they do more than just fish. They go herping. I don't do the spiders deal. No offense, Cole or Jay, if you're watching. I ain't gonna watch nothing with tarantulas and all that stuff. Now, my daughter likes watching that for some reason, but I like a variety of stuff. Milliken, Pig Patrol, I like those guys pretty well, too. Obviously, being Josh at Pig Patrol, the best part of his YouTube channel is when people try to roast him in the comments. Yes. Yeah, I'm like the opposite of Lunkers, where he tells you how much money he has. I tell you how poor as dirt I am. So it's like I'm over here on Facebook looking at new trucks every day, and I'm like, dude, well, hey, here's a good thing. Let's talk about. Uh, why are the price of trucks ridiculous? A 2012 Chevy extended cab, 167,000 miles, 18,000 dollars. We're talking about an 8-year-old truck. Why is it that expensive? Why are trucks that expensive? Whoa, whoa, Terry Rat. See here, bud. Whoa, man, we're getting some hate messaging up here in the comments. Terry Rat, I'm gonna have to check your profile out, buddy. I am going to put user in timeout. Yeah, I don't know, man. I don't want to get anybody's personal stuff like that. You know, whether they're in debt or not. I'd say he's probably making big time money. Dude, Ken, I appreciate that $15. Like I've said, I don't care if you give 50 or 100 or $1. It's gonna make me holler, and that's kind of that's what helps me out on the channel. Whether it's buying equipment, or if it's buying some baits because I want to bring you the newest and latest stuff, or I mean, just getting through the month, man. I mean, it helped me a lot during the 3-week quarantine, getting a little extra YouTube money so I could continue getting some stuff and showing you guys and having y'all entertaining y'all a bit. So, all right, who do you like better? One rod, one reel, two girls, one cup. I'm gonna pass on the two girls, one cup. I've never watched it, but I have heard stories. Yes, Sean, that's a good thing. People that are really rich, they don't flaunt the cash. I have a really good buddy, and I'm not gonna mention his name, but he's got Donald Trump money, as I like to say. You'd never know it if you met him. I mean, you would just think he's a normal dude. He doesn't have big, heavy credit cards. He's just a normal dude. Let's see. What are some good wake baits? Been catching them on the Strike King 2.5. So, Steven, if you can grab some, this one right here, this is the 6 cent speed wake. Really like it. You see it's jointed back here. It's got this big nasty lip on it. That lip's very similar to the Jackal Mikey, by the way. Great bait. Um, the movement wake bait's really good. The Berkeley Wake Bull and the Surge Shad are good. Um, there's a new Mega Bass wake bait that I need to buy. It looks awesome. Yeah, Steven, if you, there's some left on the 6 Cents website. They literally just come out this week. Use this code Baitman to get you 10% off that. So, Man's Baby One Minus is a good wake bait and is OG as crap. So, I agree, lunkers and lures. I don't like the diggers, but I love the dredgers, and I do like the top waters, man. Um, I love the favorite whitebird. For the money, I'll be honest with you. For $49, the favorite whitebird is probably one of the best rods out there. It's basically a ducket, a micro magic for $49. And hey, what you know, if it breaks, it breaks. But it's a great budget rod for a beginner guy or someone that wants a decent rod that just doesn't want to spend money. It's good. No, it's not the eye loud. It is a crank bait. Let me pull it up on the hookup tackle real quick. Let's get up on a hookup tackle, and I'll show you this mega bass. I love the hookup tackle. Just letting you guys know that. Ben's been on the Baitman Raw podcast, so I like to support him. We'll zoom this thing in here. Crankbaits. Actually, if you go to Topwater on Hookup Tackle, and you used to have weight baits on here. Oh, here it is. It's got it right on the front page. This is it. The Mega Bass Over Rev. I gotta lock this in so it don't move. This is it. The Mega Bass Over Rev. Not bad. $20. Cheaper than the Buzz Jet. They've got a smaller one in this Over Rev too, but ooh, I like that color right there. It's got the little kill dot on it. I love to have that dot on the side of my wake baits and jerk baits. This one looks really good. Natural Reaction. Nero Daytona. Got a little orange belly on it. Dude, look at here. Oh my goodness. Now we're talking. I don't really think the back matters, but I like the yellow belly. And then I think you can get a smaller version of the Over Rev. The Over Rev Crank Burning Shad. So it's a little bit smaller. So that's a really good wake bait. Now, All Out is really good as well. Whoop. So hopefully that showed you a couple really good wake baits. Dang. Well, I got my poles all back in the background here. I don't really want to... There we go. Fix that. The DT Fat wake baits were really, really good as well. If you clickbait, then you must be far more appealing than your real content. You're only on YouTube to make money, not to spot. I'll agree with that a little bit. I think, you know, I'm not saying, you know, I like to bust Darian's balls. I mean, he's a good guy. But I do think there's a lot of people out there that are not honest with their viewership, and they are basically, and there's nothing wrong with it. So there's nothing wrong with saying, hey, I just want to make money on YouTube. I'm going to promote this and promote that. I'll promote whoever's going to send me the most paychecks, and I'm just going to clickbait my way to 100,000 viewers. And you can do that, and if that's what you're about, just making a living on YouTube, that's fine. But I feel that if you're honest with people and you promote stuff the right way, you may not have as much subscribers, but I feel like my people are as loyal as anyone. And I think Tactical Bassin was the same way. It took them a long time. Dude, Hookup Tackle will make you spend some ridiculous money. Great people too, and they're shipping really good. Now the only problem about Hookup Tackle is their JDM shop, and dude, they're awesome on social media, and they will sell baits out really fast. So make sure you follow them on Instagram and everything. Dude, Clayton Jones, good luck in Florida, man. That's going to be a fun vacation. All Out is a lot bigger bait than that Burning Shout. It's a big bait. It's as big, if not bigger, than that 6 cents bait. What's up, Warren County Bass? Yak Pack Outdoors is a good guy. I gave him a lot of crap, but I actually talked to him on a swim bait forum, and we exchanged messages, and he was a good dude, and he said, dude, I want you, let's fish together, and I'm cool with that, man. I'll tell you, and I've said it before, I met Noah Pescatelli, Kicking Their Bass TV at the Classic. Absolutely awesome young man, and he has hustled and grinded to get to where he's at, and he's thought outside the box, and I did like he caught a fish on a GoPro, even though it was kind of a snag. I thought he was awesome. He knew who I was and shook my hand and said, dude, we got to fish sometime. And I like Noah. He was a really nice guy, and I'll be honest, this is why you don't judge people. I thought, man, this kid's going to be kind of like he's going to be a fist pumping Guido. Totally the opposite. Super humble guy. So here's the deal, Drake Toby, and I feel like I'm in this way. You got Tactical Bass. Think about it. Tactical approach to bass fishing, and then you got the Guggen guys and whatnot. They're just entertainment with fishing, and they didn't really start their channels growing as hard until they got out of just going fishing. They started doing all this other crazy stuff. So, but more power to them, man, because you can make a living on YouTube at 50 to 60,000 subs on a fishing channel. And Ben Milliken's got almost 400,000. So, and that's his job. The hardest part is putting out content daily and not being redundant. And I'll be honest, I don't like sales pitches. I watched a video the other day, and it was promo after promo after, and there's like 5 minutes of fishing, and then it was look at these boxes, and then look at these baits, and then buy this subscription box, and then at the end of the video, it's another promo, and I'm like, dude, really don't need that much stuff. If you want to do that once every now and then, there's a way to tie it into your video where you can promote a product and it's not a sales pitch. You know what I mean? That's one thing, when I was doing TV shows for Pradco Outdoors and all that, I said, when I edited, I tried to make sure it was not a sales pitch. Like, I can tell you about this bait and sell it to you without having to say, hey, this is the best wake bait ever, man. You got to buy this. It's only $13. Use my code. If I'm using this in the video, I'm just going to break it down to where I'm fishing it, why I'm, and oh, by the way, links in the description. So, hell yeah, Sean Law. Appreciate the $10 make you holla. And to Kevin S. Plus Kevin Simmons dropped me $20 make you holler. So, last day of the month too, man. I appreciate that. It's going to happen one day. I'm not in a rush because what I see is guys, they hit it hard and they get that 50, 60,000 subs, and then they go, because they used up all, they shot the wad a little too early. But my channel's different, I'm not, I want to travel and fish, but me and bait shops is what's going, that's the deal. And Baitman Jr., he likes being on the YouTube. Jimmy Weller, appreciate the $20 make you holla. I don't know if I'm really awesome or not, but I do enjoy talking. I love to talk. If you meet me in person, I'm gonna talk your damn head off. So, but I think the bait shop deal, until somebody copies it, that's kind of what I like to do. I've been working on my anglers, so I'd like to do a live stream, a bait shop, some kind of regular video, and then a top 5 video every week. So. I do love fishing and America. That's right. I think I need to make a Kentucky Lake shirt that's kind of similar to the 6 Cents hat. I talked to Casey about it and have the Kentucky Lake outline and say, this lake is still great. Because I get really tired of people dogging Kentucky Lake, saying it sucks and it's terrible and don't go there. And our lake's still a great lake. And I hate to say this, as bad as Kentucky Lake has fished the last few years, it's still better than 50% of the lakes in America. Dude, I heard there's some great bait shops in Ohio. And Sean, I know exactly where Dayton, Ohio is, man. And yeah, here's the thing, what I love about fishing. We got a lot of stuff. Chuck, that's a go. I've already talked to him about that. We got a lot of stuff going on right now, if you notice the news and everything, and I don't get into politics, but I will tell you this. Fishing, it doesn't matter if you're black, if you're brown, or green, or purple, or polka dot, male, female, short, tall, short, I'm short, real short, and at the end of the day, the fish don't care, and we all want to help each other and have fun, man, and, that's one reason I really like fishing, man. I've made some great friends that, if we play basketball together, we might not have been friends after basketball season, but because we fish and have that constant mind-turning thing and we have a passion for it, it's awesome, man. It brings a lot of people together. There's, what, we say pray for Minnesota. We need to pray for everybody. You know what I mean? And one thing that gets me is, again, I'm sorry, I'm going to get off the subject, is we all want to pray during the bad times, but you need to pray during the good times, We need to be blessed for what we have, and yeah, love thy neighbor. You don't have to be a religious Bible thumper to understand love thy neighbor. I mean, look, man, you ain't gotta like them, but and people do some dumb stuff, and I believe in forgiveness and all that. Lord knows I've done dumb stuff, and that's it, man. That's the way it is. But at the end of the day, I've never said, you know what, I ain't gonna go fishing with that guy because he's got a darker tan than me. I'm gonna go fishing. I don't care. Now I might not go fishing with the Taliban or Al Qaeda, or I might not go fishing with Nick Saban. But for the most part, fishermen just ain't gonna discriminate, man. They're really compassionate people, man. Thanks, Chris. I appreciate it, man. You know, you're one of my guys. Been following me forever, and I got, you know, when I get up to Knoxville, I gotta holler at you. Yeah, bud, Sean. If they started caring about hair right now, bud, I'm kind of hurting on the hair thing. I might got more on my chest than I got on my head right now. So. The only reason I don't like Bama is because I'm a Tennessee fan. I just want y'all to know that I can't find it in my heart to root for Alabama because I'm a diehard Tennessee fan. Now, I can handle a UK Wildcat because we pretty much own them in football. And to be honest with you, come basketball season, I don't think they count us as a sure win anymore because it's been since Rick Barnes got there. We kind of own it to him. So that's right. Go Vols, Ken, as always. Thanks, St. Chris. You all right, man? You got to get up in here. Carol Baskin's definitely off her husband. I haven't even watched the documentary, but there's just way too many people said she did it. Dude, I did film some bow fishing, Tony. I'm gonna try to get that up there too. I literally went through like 4 SD cards because I ran a GoPro all night. I would agree with that, Chris. I might even say 3. This year could be good, but we got to get a really good quarterback. And I think we're just need to be a little bit tighter on the defensive line. It'll happen. Yikes, Ken. Yikes. We have talked about Evinrude stopping the build, Drake, and I'm glad that you put it as they stopped the build. A lot of people are saying they're out of business, and they're not really out of business. They just stopped building motors. Boy, I really want to dip really bad. I think the difference between Pruitt and Butch Jones is Butch Jones had to fake it. He had to fake to be a football coach. Whereas Jeremy Pruitt, he just wants to coach football. And I think the players understand that he's all about winning and developing. Whereas Butch Jones, he was I have to put this on social media, have to do this, and that's the thing. Man, Terry Rat, what is up with you, homie? I'll just hide user on the channel. There we go. I am going to fight the urge hella bass, to be honest with you. I put the dip up. Let's keep going. I'm just going to fight the urge off because I'm not going to stream very much longer. So I've hit his stuff. What's up, Bait Yang? Let's see here. Watch this. Put user in timeout. There's a way to ban some people from the channel. So, Josh Bertram. I believe it's sponsored by Smoky Mountain Snuff or something like that. So I've quit before, James, and I use sunflower seeds, and it kills my gums. And also makes you fattish. It made me fat as crap too. So, oh, there's a good question. Favorite lizard, man. I'm gonna be honest. I like a Mr. Twister or a Zoom. That's my favorite lizard. Very simple, nothing crazy. I like the Mr. Twisters with the spots on them, or just the uh, blue watermelon or watermelon chartreuse on lizard. I like black too. I'll do like Outlaw's channel. He's hilarious. Teckle and OSP are doing a new sprinkler light pro. Ooh, I'd have to see that, Trey. I actually like the sprinkler frog. The hookups aren't great, but man, it's different. It'll go place a buzzbait won't, and you still get that frog profile. I like the sound it makes. Top Ned baits, I would say Ocho, the Ned Ocho, the Robo Ned, and just the regular Z-Man. That's kind of my favorite. And then I don't consider the 6 cents Ned fry really a Ned bait. It's more of like a fry that can be a Ned bait, but it's really good. I tell you what was a good lizard was the old Harville's lizard. Trey might know what I'm talking about. They made it pour down there in Jackson, Tennessee. It had like a real flat wing-like body. That was a really good one. And also like the old V&M with pork fat cooked in. That was actually a good lizard. Floated really, really well. Yeah, River to Sea makes some pretty good baits, you know. I like their spinner bait pretty well. Dude, let me know how you like them speedwakes, Jim. I think they're nasty. Ned Bomb for Missile is nice. I am waiting for Reaction Innovations to come out with the Ned bait. I think they're going to do something that's going to be nasty. But you can use the Shiver Shot as a Ned bait. 154 people in the chat tonight. You know, I haven't even posted on Facebook I'm streaming or anything. So whether it's 10 people or 1,000 people, I'm going to do my thing. Dude, the man's FLW lizard was really good. June Bug's great color. Jackal Yami fish. See, there's a good one right there. It gets overlooked. I like the quiver stick. I don't know what's going on here. It says block that biatch. I don't know. Sometimes you get a few haters in here. That's all you can do. My kids are going crazy right now. Never thrown a Johnson Silver Minnow in weeds, to be honest with you, B. Davis. The only problem about a baby quiver, that would be so close to the Ned Bomb. You know what I mean? Brian, I believe bass fishes starting like June 10th, and I think MLF maybe next week. The 6 cents flattail worm, I have one. They're not available for retail right now. I don't know if it's going to make it. It's just a prototype right now. It's very similar to the V&M Hog Wild or whatever. That V&M made a big flattail worm like that. Speedway great over grass. Smashed them. Dang, smashed them already. Wow. Yeah, so 6 cents has a big worm coming out showing. They got a big divine worm. It's like 9.5 inches, and then there's a prototype like a V&M flat-tailed worm. Pretty cool. Pretty cool. I'm never been a fan of that Reaper style worm though. I've always just done really well on a ribbon tail or something like the Excite big worm. I do not have a Squeaky Dolphin buzzbait. I tried to buy one on eBay the other night, and it got up over $75, and I just couldn't do it. I thought I was going to get it for like $30. That's the thing. You got you some new Guggen baits, man. Awesome. Yep, I love the 6 Sense Cloutworm. I love the Divine. They're not super durable. They're not as bad as some stuff, but what do you like better, 6 Sense P70 or P90 popper? And what color? I like the smaller, the 70 version. Bluegill Juice, Spanish Bone, and 4K Shad. Spanish Bone's really good. It's hard to beat that. Yeah, you got my attention, bud. Man, they went to Toho this time of year and several years ago, and those dudes absolutely smash big fish. But the heavy hitters, they're not trying to. It's not about catching dinks. It's about catching the big fish. Big fish is the deal. So you're going to see guys do a lot of different things. So, Sean, yeah, they're going to make a big ribbon tail. I don't know if the one I've seen is more like a cross. But I'll be honest with you, it's like my dream worm. It's like the original ringer, but better. It's like an old monster and an original ringer from Lucky Strike were made into one, and I really like it. So, Ken, I would agree. I hate to say this, but the Guggen Rattling Ned is really not a bad bait at all, and it was a pretty good idea. So I'll give it to whoever designed that. Oh, how do I like this guy right here? And by the way, since you said it's like this Strike King, I just want to let you know the only thing that's really similar on it is maybe the shape, and that's even debatable. So the joint's totally different for one, but it does the same thing. But I do like this new wake bait quite a bit, and you know what? I'm going to say it. I don't want to make anybody at Strike King mad, but don't blow this Strike King Bubba Strike King Hybrid Hunter smoke up my ass anymore. That is not a newly designed bait. Don't be telling me how the pro staff designed a bait that's been out for 15, 20 years until your pro staff were sponsored by Strike Pro. All they did was buy out an outdated bait, and they say we designed it. I don't like that. I don't like that at all. I got some good friends at Strike King, and got to keep it real. I'll be right back. I check on my kids. Whew, sorry. Why are my kids up at midnight? I don't know. They were trying to sleep, and that's the reason my wife's hanging out with them. So I just want to know what was going on. The 6 Sense wake will not blow out on a fast retrieve. That's why it's called the speed wake, because you can burn it as fast as you want and it will not blow out. And that is no lie. You can check out, I had a video on my Instagram. That's exactly why they're up at almost midnight, because they're daggum kids. I tried to get them to bed all the time. Bone reactor, Spanish pearl. I'd go Spanish pearl, man. I gotta go back. Yeah, I like Castle Don too, and I know it's an awesome. That old Strike King or Strike Pro Bubba was an amazing bait, man. It has a huge following, but it's a very niche following. The same guys that love the Strike Pro are basically the same guys that told Strike King, you got to make this wake shad. Got to make this wake shad. And they did, and it got discontinued twice. Bill, I'm sorry my kids are up. I can't help it, bud. Bullshit weighs 2.35 ounces. What's a good rod? Dobbins 795 SB. $119 is perfect for a mag draft. I gotta go back on here, so. Dude, Justin Atkins, I like to call him Jenkins. He's awesome. Topic tomorrow, probably just get Epic Eric on here. I really want to do a video with him talking about how to get hard to get baits, what's some of the rare stuff he has, what we look for when we're hunting baits, what kind of packaging, like how to identify old baits through the packaging and stuff like that. So well, they do make some methylate hard baits, Shady Banks. I mean, check out this guy. This is a bright orange. 6 cents is made definitely has some methylate looking colors, but that is a good question why we don't throw many hard baits those colors. I do feel those fluorescent oranges do really good in spring. So it is hard to get June bug crankbaits. I think I got one though. Drew, I don't know much about major craft rods, so I'm gonna keep my opinion to I don't know much about them. What's up, Blake Crockrell? May be the one guy that's caught the biggest bass that's in this chain. Blake caught a 14-pounder this year. That is no joke. Peep the quake over my left shoulder. That's right. That's daggum bubble gum. Colin J, glad to have you in here. Was talking good about you earlier. What's my favorite color swim jig for dirty water this time of year? Blake, I'm not an expert at swim jig. I'll be honest. If I'm going to throw a swim jig in dirty water, it's probably going to be a black and blue or some kind of bluegill color. Maybe a green pumpkin with chartreuse, but I'm probably going to go black and blue and keep it really simple. And I'm not an expert swim jig fisherman. I'm getting better, but I just would go with black and blue. What's up, Jacob Williams? I think one reason my daughter's crying, Bill, is she doesn't want to go to bed. She's trying to fight her sleep. My son's like passed out. Bait Jr., he's passed out. He's asleep. But my little girl, she's just raising Cain. She don't want to go to bed. She's been trying to go to bed for an hour. So I have seen a few mega baits in person. The length of the 6-inch speed wake is 4.5 inches. We didn't even look at the package here. 100 millimeters, 7/8 of an ounce. Dude, I'm telling you, this is one of the best baits 6 cents has put out in a long time. I've had the prototype. I've had this. This is a prototype right here. I've teased it. I've had this bait for almost a year. They put a lot of effort into making sure everyone would swim right. And you can actually tell. That's the original prototype. There's not hardly any difference. They may have changed a few things, but for the most part, they're the same. I think they changed the eyeballs on it. The eyeballs are, this is much more detailed. You paint some crakes with Sally Hansen. I would like to see Eric and my wife do a nail polish paint off. The problem is she wouldn't. She'd just start painting crazy colors. All right, I'm gonna be real easy, but now I'm not sure. Spark shads are not bad, but I feel there's so many more swim baits that do just as good, if not better, than a spark shad. I've caught fish on them, but I'm not like, oh, I got to throw a spark shad. I've got a lot of things I like seem better. But I tell you what, it is not hotter than Houdini hell outside, and I've got my door open and it feels good tonight. Also, I want to shout out Joe Reynolds. $5 make you holler. Thank you so much for the donation, Joe. You've been with me for a long, long time, man, and I appreciate your loyalty and support. And I'll always go out of my way to make sure I answer your questions, even if I have to go backwards to see them. I do fish with chatterbaits quite a bit. I've really gotten to using them more the last couple years. When it first came out, I used it, and then I just stopped. And now I'm back on that jackhammer train. I'm 40. Dude, I don't like it. I don't like going to sleep, but when I do, oh, do I sleep. What's up, Zach Levi? No problem. You can be late. That's why it's almost midnight. You know, I know you guys like to party on Friday nights and get wild. I'll get on here and stream. 6 Cents does make some saltwater baits. Sure do. Tactical Fisherman, yes, I did try to make my own lure. I actually took a fluke and molded a hula grub tail on the back of a fluke, put it in an envelope, mailed it to myself, in case I ever thought I was going to make it. But I basically used a big lighter to make it, and it looked awesome in the water. Like, it would dart like a fluke, and that tail would really flare out. So now I just gave the Guggen Squad their new soft jerkbait. But that's okay, because I got a poor man's patent on that thing. When you start jackhammering, you don't go back. That's right. It does, Chris. The Spark Shad is a great slow rolling swim bait, and the small ones are great finesse swim bait. But for what I like to fish, I'm not a big fan of it. I do fish a hair jig, but I don't fish a hair jig like Ben Nowak fishes. I fish a big bucktail jig, out deep. But I don't throw those little bucktails. Now I had a subscriber, and I've got the box of them somewhere here. Sent me a bunch of hair jig football jigs, and I'm going to try those out very soon. Molex Kinto jig. I do not believe I've heard of it. Dude, I'm ready to get it. I want to get a kayak, Mr. Gambit. I think that's the best way to do. And then maybe it helped me grow my channel a little bit. I like to fish deep, and I feel it's going to be really hard to do in a kayak, fishing ledges, especially when the current kicks up. But they do it out here. I'm going to have Anchor Wizard and some other stuff. Dude, them smallies, they love those little black hair jigs, man. It's totally different than the way I fish. And I think that's a Clearwater thing, too, hella best. I really think the St. Lawrence and places like that, and where you're fishing, the waters are a lot clearer, and those fish really like that finessey hair jig deal, whereas here, they don't really care much. Tony Parsley, how do I use a chatterbait? Well, number one, no problem, Michael, man. Thanks for joining in. Number one, I don't throw it out there and just reel it in. I'm always, I'll start it as a slow roll, and then I like to give the rod a couple twitches. Sometimes I'll, pump it and let it fall down, stuff like that. But very rarely do I just steady reel it in. I'm always doing something with the rod. If you ever watch Kevin Van Dam fish a spinnerbait, he never reels it just straight in. He's snatching the rod, banging the blades together. I do that a lot with the chatterbait. Now, I'll tell you what, when you get a bite, it's usually right after you give it some movement. Oh, John Mango got his 2020 PB today. Fist bump, John. 5.2 pounder. Dude, getting that PB, that's a good feeling. Whether it's 4 pounds, 3 pounds, or 10 pounds, we like the PBs. Lucas Hughes, do I ever do any deep cranking? Do I ever do any deep cranking? Look at all these crankbaits back here, man. I love me some deep cranking. You need to check out my deep crank live stream I did a couple weeks ago. That's my favorite thing to do. Does that mean I'm the best at it? No, but I love catching them on a big plug. Dude, I'm reading more about the Mulix vlog, and I watched that tactical bassing video, my favorite channel, and yeah, dude, I like it. Walk's nasty. They left out a few frogs in there that I think walk is good or might be better. But you know, the thing is, it's all subjective. What works out in California doesn't always mean it's going to work here on the Tennessee River. But there are a lot of things that are very similar. All right, Drew, how do I weightless fish flukes around heavy cover? The CPS springs catch a lot of weeds. I do not use a spring. I use a Mustad Grip Pen Max. That's how I use it. You don't get that Mustad Grip Pen 4/0. That's the deal for throwing a fluke on, even around heavy cover, because you can expose it and whatnot. How do I deep crank without a boat? Easy. I go with someone who's got a boat, Sean. Come on, man. It's not like it's funny, my fishing partner texted me tonight and said, man, you, what's up, Taste Buds Philly? You stumbled on the page. Awesome. Hit that subscribe button. Alright. I do not throw braid on a bull shad or mag draft. If anything, Joe, I like to throw them on fluorocarbon. 20-pound fluorocarbon, or you don't really need that heavy line on a mag draft, but 20-pound fluorocarbon or 25-pound big game. Do not use braid on those baits, man. Braid has no stretch and has a tendency to dig in the spool. You go to make a giant cast, all of a sudden it breaks off. It digs, it will break your bait off. I haven't got any shiver gliders. Yeah, I keep saying I'm going to order some. And yes, I have seen that man stick worm. But guys, it's 2 minutes after midnight. Make sure you guys smash the like button. Leave a comment after the video. I want you to leave a comment. Who is going to win the Major League Fishing Heavy Hitters? Or just say whatever you want to. But I'm gonna get to bed. I got crashed, dude. My eyes are like falling. So I slept just a few hours. Worked 50 hours on the midnights tonight. So see you guys tomorrow night. Join up on the stream about 8 o'clock tomorrow night. I'm gonna try to get Epic Eric on here. If not, no big deal. And we will talk. We'll do a 3-4 hour stream. I don't care. So make sure you guys join in tomorrow night. Let's just set it for 9 o'clock. As always, that's my time, 9 o'clock Central Time. Be back, Baitman Raw, on Saturday night. We'll unbox these Daiwa Tatulas. We're going to give some stuff away that I need to draw for. We might do another giveaway. Who knows? So, thanks, guys. I will catch y'all in the morning.